I've got it right.
Okay, so we're getting ready to kick off. We're going to pre-record a show for this Saturday, or are we going to Sunday?
Sunday.
Sunday at 2 p.m.?
1:30.
1:30 p.m. I don't know. Okay. Sunday at 1:30 p.m. in Hendersonville. We're going to start broadcasting from the little farmhouse on the hill, okay? WTZQ, Hendersonville Radio. And I'm here with Andrew.
Hey.
Big A. And Hayden Soloway.
Good morning.
We're filming different angles. We're trying different angles.
Oh,
out.
okay.
Hayden,
Cool.
okay. I don't know what that means, Hayden. Yeah.
Always look up.
Oh, always look. Is that right? You don't see my triple chin from now. All right. So, okay. So we're going to be doing the Eldorado report. There we go. That's good, man.
All right. So let me get a level on you, sir. Count to 10 for me.
Simplest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Hayden.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
See, I had to keep him do it normal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's that?
All right. And we are ready to go.
I'm just reading the book. I'm just going to read the book. Then we go. So usually we have like an intro, with Perry Mason. But
I'll put that in later.
Okay.
And then, just introduce yourself, talk about the show, say live.
Set a timer for 30 minutes.
Okay, 30 minutes and counting.
There you go. Okay. And you wanted that? Okay.
Yes.
So,
And rolling.
good morning, afternoon. Hold on, let's do it again.
That's fine.
Good afternoon. This is Greg McIntyre, the elder law guy, Lawyer Greg, one of those names, coming to you live from the top of the hill here in Flat Rock, Hendersonville area, WTZQ, with Hayden Soloway. Hey, Hayden.
Good morning, Greg. Good morning.
That's all you got? Good morning? It's afternoon. It's 1:30 on Sunday.
You're going to have to let me time adjust.
Okay.
Okay.
You're going to have to adjust
Kinda
to
like
Hayden's savings
flying
time.
And
We just came up the mountain. We
That's
flew
right.
up here from the
I'm
mothership,
having
which is
altitude sickness.
located in Shelby, North Carolina. I'm an elder law attorney, and this is Hayden Soloway. She is my boss, okay, and office mother, right?
Yes, Greg.
Yes, absolutely. And,
Did you brush your teeth this morning?
I did brush my teeth, but I'm drinking coffee now. Are they okay? Do I have something in my teeth?
No, you're fine.
Okay, I'm good. Well, luckily this is radio, okay? You always got to save a little snack for later. So, anyway, Hayden,
Yes.
how are you doing today?
I'm doing really well today.
Yeah?
Yes, I am.
You are?
Yes,
Why are
I
you doing
am.
well? Did you have a good week and weekend? What happened?
Well, I was working Saturday, getting ready for a program that we're doing tonight. I'm getting ready for the radio show, and I like that. I like having undivided attention. I can tell you those things.
I was at a car show and I saw your dream car.
I know you
And
did.
I
You sent me
posted
a
that on our
picture.
Facebook page. The white Jag.
Yeah.
It was like a classic Jag with the convertible. Right?
Yeah, any
White-
of the
with big
late
front ends.
60s, white
Yeah.
white convertible.
It was beautiful.
I prefer the tan
Like
top,
the
but then
XK
you
or
said you
something.
brought me
This
the
is a
one with the
black
black
top.
top. It
You would
would
have
work.
taken that
I
one.
would have taken it,
Okay.
Greg.
Okay. So, we just want to say hello to Hendersonville. We wanted to come up here and record the show. We're going to start doing that at least once a month. And we're going to start hosting interviews with local providers of services to seniors. That's what we've done traditionally for the last couple of years. And we certainly enjoy broadcasting to Hendersonville. And Hayden, talk about some of the things, some of the interviews that we do with people, and some of the things that we bring to the community. What do you think?
Well, we try to pick a subject, and we try to get subjects that are serious, that things people need to know possibly about nursing homes or social workers at the hospital, discharge planners. We might talk about the YMCA.
Aging in Place is
Yes.
one of my favorite ones with Charles Tarleton.
Mm-hmm.
And we have somebody else coming on too, I think. And we need to do part 2 with Charles, talking about senior communities, walkable communities, no-step communities, or no-step housing, no steps from front porch to patio. Because, the longer you can stay mobile, avoid falls, not get into those tricky situations, the longer you stay active and with your family and out in the community, right? And
Yes.
it's directly tied to longevity. So and we generally do Hayden's Happy Place.
Mhm.
Are you ready for that today?
Well, yes, but I'm going to look at something a little bit different.
Something a little weird?
Well, I'm a wordy person,
Okay.
and I love different words, and you know, a grammar Nazi is what it's referred to on Facebook.
Oh, that sounds like my real mother.
Yeah, and I've lost the one that's really good. I'll give you that next week. But it's just some words that you will never hear of, and such as agastophia, admiration of a particular part of someone's body. So I guess I could have agastophia, and admire your elbow. Or to bibble is to drink often. Cabotage, coastal navigation, the exclusive right of a country to control the air traffic within its borders, not to sabotage with cabbage and or Vermont cabbage cheese. And let's see, arenaceous, of pertaining to or resembling a hedgehog. I mean, we could go on and on. And one of the things I like to do is have these little mnemonics, such as I after E, except after C. And I found one today, and it's too long to read here, but I can't believe the number of words that are an exception to that. I've got a poem here with about 8 paragraphs, all discussing that. And here's one, bibliopole, a person who buys and sells books, especially rare ones. Here's
A bibliopole.
Bibliopole. AA, I guess you just say A. A kind of volcanic lava. AA is a word.
Yeah, maybe a great Scrabble word to throw down.
That's a good thought. I have a friend who plays Words
play a
with
lot of
Friends.
Scrabble.
Do you? You play Words with Friends?
I played a lot of
That's
Scrabble too.
good. Impignorate.
I played Words
That's-
with Friends so much I got tired of it.
I did too. Impignorate. That's I-M-pignorate. To pawn or mortgage something. Gentacular, pertaining to breakfast. I'll give you one more. And I had to look this up, how to pronounce it. Cacorophobia. It's crazy. Fear of failure or defeat.
What is it now?
Cacorophobia.
You said.
I had to write out the pronunciation there.
Cacorophobia or theophobia. Cacorophobia.
There you go. You're good.
Cacorophobia. The fear of failure. I have that. I have cacorophobia.
Do you really?
Yes.
I would never have guessed.
Fear of failure. I think we all do. You don't think we all have a touch of cacorophobia?
Probably, yeah.
I think we all do. Have a
Yeah.
little fear of failure. If you can get over your fear of failure, that's when you can be really fearless and really move quickly, right?
Well, I really,
Through life.
when I turned 50, somewhere around that time, I got to the point where I no longer was concerned about what people think. To a degree, of course, we all have a little bit.
Yeah, so
And-
that's
and
part
it's
of
made it
that's
so
part
much
of
easier to do
cacorophobia,
this.
fearophobia,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Because you're worried about what someone will think of you. Like bad, you know, what will they say? What
Sure.
what will Shirley say about me?
Yes, I never could have done this radio show with you
Right.
in my 40s.
Because you had cacorophobia.
I was afraid that, you know, people would not like it or they would judge it, you know, unfavorably. And
Right.
now, I mean, I just have a good time, and I'm doing something that I really believe in, which is helping seniors and, you know, educating them about what you do.
So maybe
and
your passion can help you conquer your cacorophobia.
that's probably a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's just some interesting words. And you can Google weird words or funny words or whatever, and they're just crazy. But I just kind of started doing that the other day, and one of the things
I'm
that
gonna
I
work
remember,
it. That's our job today. I want to work in outside of the show.
Yeah.
Cacorophobia into a conversation with a straight face with someone and just keep going.
well, there was a show back in the 60s called Hazel, I think.
Mhm.
She was a maid to a traditional family, and she said to learn a new word, you have to use it 3 times.
Okay.
So
So
you
so
should try that.
We're
Try
gonna
to
use
use it 3 times.
3 times today. I'm using cacorophobia.
Right. But the longest standard word is still anti-disestablishmentarianism. I can spell it.
Anti-disestablishment.
Mentarianism.
Mentarianism.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Okay.
Now there's another word, and this I didn't bring with me. It has 189,000 some odd letters, and it takes like 3.5 hours to say.
So we'd have to have a longer show.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Yes. Quite.
So every week, you know, we do Hayden's Happy Place, okay? And I guess last week we came up with a theme song for your show.
Yes.
Didn't we?
Yeah, we should have prepared for that.
Bobby Farron.
Yeah. Hey, don't worry, be happy.
Here's a little song I wrote. I'm going to sing it note for note. Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. So that's going to be your theme song, okay?
Are you going to sing it for me?
No, we're going to actually dub in the theme song. How about that, okay?
That's fine.
So-
It used to be my ringtone.
Yeah. Oh,
I
that's,
really am a happy person.
You
I
are a
wake up
happy person.
every day.
And you don't like negative stuff. You don't like it in your life.
No, I don't even like to argue.
I know.
But I will.
I know you will. So
Anyway.
So okay. So thank you for the happy place today, Hayden. You know, generally we do Hayden's Happy Place. Hayden brings us some interesting information every week, and we also bring information to seniors and their families that they can use. You know, as an elder law attorney, it's odd how I got here. I used to be a door lawyer. And Andrew, you know what a door lawyer is?
I do not know what a door lawyer. What is that?
A door
I am pretty familiar. My father-in-law is a DA. So
Is he?
I know a little bit about.
He's a district attorney?
He is.
There you go. He's one of them guys.
He's one of them guys.
Okay.
Well, what's a door lawyer? What is that?
Hey man, I have utmost respect for district attorneys. That's a tough job. That's a
Oh,
tough
yeah.
job.
Oh yeah.
You need a good sheriff in town.
We've got pretty good district
Hey,
attorneys in our area.
you know, and you'd think that defense attorneys don't like a tough DA. They
Yeah.
do.
Oh yeah.
You know, because if a DA's gonna, and the DA and the judge is gonna give away the courthouse,
Yeah.
what are the defense attorneys? What do you need one for?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the tougher the DA, the more business for the defense attorney.
Yeah.
It's much like the physical rules of the universe.
There you go.
For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. What is a door lawyer? Hayden, you know, you can't answer.
I know.
Andrew, what do you think? Any guess?
Knocking on doors.
Oh man, I wish I could knock on doors.
Yeah.
I wish we could hustle like that and
Yeah.
actually get out there. In the
Well,
free
you
market.
know, sometimes
Dude,
you'll get a ticket
think-
though, and you'll get the stuff in the mail. So
Oh,
I feel like
true.
that's
You can
about
kinda-
the equivalent.
You can knock
of
on your
that.
mailbox. Ding, ding, ding.
There you
Yeah,
go.
knock
Mailbox
on the mailbox.
lawyer.
No, nothing like that. But
Yeah.
you think lawyers are tough enough to actually get out there and compete with the real world and knock on doors? No, man. We have to sit back in our office and wait for people to
True.
call us.
Yeah.
So, you know, I wish I could
Yeah.
hustle like that, but no, we can't do that.
So you can advertise now.
You can advertise now since
You
the
could have
70s.
radio shows now.
You can have radio shows. That's right. That's right. You could have a radio show, but you know, I think you could forever have a radio show since the invention of radio show, just about general
True.
information and things like that, which is a good thing. You know, I was a young lawyer, wife and 2 kids. Anything that walks through the door. If you had
No.
a pulse and a legal problem, I was your man. Let's figure it out. Let's do some research and let's go at it. And I did that for a while. I worked for other attorneys, you know, other firms, working in their firm just as a general practitioner. And then over time, you kind of develop your niche. Or I don't know how to say that word, Hayden. Perhaps you can help me.
Niche?
Is it niche or is it niche?
I always thought it was niche, but
It could be Nikki.
Uh,
No?
Mr.
If it's
Cooper,
French,
I
it
will
could be
tell you
anything.
It's
in a
French.
yeah.
Niche.
Or
I think
niche,
you're
or
right. I think
niche.
it's niche. But niche in the Western world, you know.
You're in the South. It's the niche.
It's the niche, man. It's what I do. All right. So anyway, yeah. You know, I was born and raised over in Cleveland County, and you know, was in the military for 4 years. Was in the Navy. Spent a lot of time on aircraft carriers, and
Nice.
you know, so I'm very involved with veterans. It's just a neat niche that I
Mhm.
found myself in because I'm able to help a ton of veterans.
Yeah.
And I'm
And that's important.
highly involved with American Legion.
Wow.
We're giving a seminar to the American Legion in Ellenboro tonight.
That's right.
And you know, so we'd love to come talk about little known benefits that aren't advertised, like that veterans have available to them. Most all of them. You know, it's hard to find a time between World War II and the present when we haven't been engaged in some type of conflict. And if you're in during those times as a veteran, you may be eligible for what's called Veterans Aid and Attendance Benefits. And Veterans Aid and Attendance Benefits allow a veteran to draw up to approximately $34,000 with a spouse, $34,000 per year max benefit, and add that to their income, the income they already have. to pay for, say, if they need a little help. It could pay for in-home care. It could keep someone from having to go to an assisted living facility or an institutionalized facility and setting.
Or help pay for the
Who wants to
facility.
go? I mean, who wants to volunteer to go to a nursing home or assisted living facility? Do you want to go? No, I mean, you want to
No,
stay at
you
home,
wanna stay
hang
at home,
out, and
yeah.
where you're comfortable and be taken care of. So, and that's even if family members were providing the care. And there's some specific rules to that. But I'm a certified attorney through the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, and we know those rules. And we also know how to align your assets under the rules to comply and to get you qualified. And that's one of the things that we work hard to do, is to qualify veterans for that benefit when they need it.
Because the assets and the income are relevant to whether or not you
It is
qualify.
what's called a mean tested, okay? So it tests your means, your income and your assets. But again, those things can be characterized and positioned legally so that you don't lose control of them and you still obtain the benefit. And that's one of the pleasures of being an attorney and doing that, is that I know the property law. I can operate there, and I know how to draft contracts for caregiver contracts to offset your income on paper for VA, right? And because VA allows for care costs, even if it's a familial caregiver, to be counted against your income, which is awesome, and it should be. So if you think you couldn't qualify for that benefit, before you throw your hands up, or you pay attention to some street lawyer out there, right, who thinks they know what they're talking about, and everybody knows a street lawyer in your neighborhood,
Yeah.
okay, and that you deal with on a daily
Well, they
basis.
know a little bit about everything.
Yeah, I mean, but just enough to get you in trouble, or to tell you the wrong thing, or steer you away from going after a benefit that can really help you or your family.
And we
Give me a
have
call
clients like that.
before you throw your hands up. Give me a call.
And what's
Oh,
that phone
yeah.
number?
You can call us in the Hendersonville area. You can call us in. Now we're located in Shelby, North Carolina. That's our mothership. But we have meeting spaces by appointment only in Asheville, at Biltmore Park. You know where Biltmore Park
Yeah,
is,
right there by the airport.
right off of I-26,
Yep.
right? Really nice place. I really love Biltmore Park there. And we have 11 meeting spaces in Mecklenburg County by appointment only as well. So we really operate from
Yeah, I wanna
Charlotte
move
to
there.
Asheville. Where?
To the Charlotte office.
You do? Okay.
Yes.
You like that?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a door that opens up onto this nice deck, and you
Veranda.
can overlook Charlotte.
Sure,
We
sure.
have food out there.
But for the Hendersonville area, we also, just like the doctor on Little House on the Prairie, I really, really believe in hustle. I believe in catering to the client and bringing our services to you on your terms. We go in home all the time, don't we, Hayden?
Yes.
And you go with me
Yes.
on a regular basis.
We do.
We meet with families, we meet with clients, and instead of just meeting with one person, if you want your son, daughter there, mom, husband, wife, I'd love to meet with everybody at one time. Let's
sometimes we
decide
have
what's
to.
best and how to move forward. Plus, it's more efficient because I don't have to meet with them all separately.
Well, and you've done that for other attorneys too, who do not work the hours that you do, and don't want to take a Saturday afternoon to go see someone at the hospital.
That refer things to me
Sure.
on a regular basis, or
Sure.
really, it's not that they don't want to. I think maybe that didn't have the time or something like that. Yes, I try to
That's
maintain a
fair.
very
Yeah.
close relationship with other attorneys, both in doing what I do. There's not a ton of us out there that do estate planning and elder law, but also other attorneys in different fields as well, so that we can really help their clients too.
Well, we refer back and forth.
We do. So in Hendersonville, you can call 828-398-0181. Okay? So that's what you would call in the Hendersonville area. How about that? Hendersonville, Asheville area. And I understand your radio station covers beyond Asheville, even back as far as maybe Tryon. Is that
We
right?
go from around Greenville, South Carolina, all the way up to Mars Hill. So
Understood.
yeah,
And, that's a good point. I'm
Yeah.
glad you brought up Greenville, South Carolina.
yeah.
I love the Spartanburg, Greenville area as
Yeah.
well. My father was an engineer,
Mhm.
and he drove from my little neighborhood, the mean streets of Riverbend, where I grew up in Cleveland County, to Spartanburg and
Mhm.
back every day. It was about a 45-minute drive to work at an engineering firm. It's an engineering firm called Lockwood Green Engineering there. And that was his entire career,
Yeah.
Andrew. And, I spent a lot of time down there eating at the Beacon, and hanging out in Spartanburg, and loved just, he was a god to me growing
Yeah.
up, my dad, and everybody looks up, to their dad, I guess.
Yeah.
Boys do. And so I really have a passion for that area. And the aid and attendance benefits, veterans aid and attendance, it's not limited state to state. So we will help someone with aid and attendance benefits that live in Greenville, South Carolina, the same as I'll help someone that lives in Hendersonville or Asheville.
Mhm.
Okay?
It surprises me how many veterans are not at all aware of that program. They think it's Veterans Administration benefits or VA benefits, and
Right.
it's a different program.
Yeah.
So
Well,
don't
it is
assume-
through the Veterans Administration.
Well,
It is only through the Veterans Administration,
But
but it's a
it's-
pension benefit.
instead of the
We call it
disability.
a little known, right, it is not disability. That's
Mhm.
correct. It's not disability.
And we just
Right.
attended a veterans event, and we always try to go meet veterans where they are and talk to many of them who are, their eyebrows would rise, they didn't know anything about
Sure.
it. So one of our big things is educating people, because Greg does so much. When I came to work for him, I didn't know all of the things that I had learned that can help you.
Yeah.
And I'm a senior, and how to protect your assets, and of course the veterans benefit. But there are just a lot of things people don't know, and they
Yeah.
really, it would serve them well. Just
Don't
to
get
talk
hurt
to them.
by what you don't know, right?
Exactly.
Or learn to know what you don't know. You
Yeah.
have a saying like that
Uh-huh.
that you like. Again, if you need to call us, 828-398-0181, if you have any questions about what we do, okay?
Well, talk a little bit about Medicaid planning and I think that's been my biggest shock. The
Oh,
way
wow.
people think they know
So,
what they know.
I like for people to plan ahead, okay? That's the cheapest, less costly, less painful way, and it always is. Isn't it
Yeah.
always better in any situation, not just planning for long-term care or planning for retirement or making sure your affairs are in order, but for anything, it's planning ahead, right? Saving for college, saving for retirement, whatever. You plan ahead, it works out better. Your day works out better. Mine does if I plan it ahead, right? Instead of trying to improvise, okay? So we like to, on the estate planning side, we like to make sure people have, starting with their foundations in place, general durable power of attorney, healthcare power of attorney, living will, and will. Everyone, 18 to 180, ought to have those things in place, those four things. And well drafted, and that have durability clause that survive incapacity and incompetency, and recorded at the local register of deeds, or else it won't be good or valid when you need it, okay? So you want those in place. And you'd like to put in place other legal documents. We'd like you to
Right.
do that.
Depending on your age and.
Well, there's never a good age to start giving away your property. That's the question I get all the time.
That's right.
Let's empower you with ladybird deeds and life estate deeds to control your property for the rest of your life and not risk giving it up to the Medicaid system if they have to come in and pay for long-term care.
You could do an entire show on veterans benefits. You could do an entire show on
Right. And we're just
Medicaid
giving little
planning,
mini shows
and
today
another one just
on
on
each one.
crisis planning.
You could.
So
And
we
what
don't
you
wanna,
really
I think, try to do too much at one time, because it's hard to remember.
it is.
But we'll try to share something with you every week, a little bit of what
Sure.
Greg does.
And it's a good introduction for you guys to, just
Sure.
really let us know what you do here. And
Absolutely.
It's very important, and, a lot is doing the elder law care that you guys do. There's a lot of older folks that get preyed upon, and, having somebody like you looking out for them. It's very important
But
out there.
sometimes they don't realize until
Yeah.
it's too late that they
Exactly.
can lose their home,
Yeah.
that they can lose their assets,
Yeah.
when they could have prevented it with what we call it sometimes an insurance policy, by having Greg put these things in place.
Yeah.
And it's just what they don't know, they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So, what you said that you were so fascinated about is the Medicaid crisis planning.
Yes.
What I call Medicaid crisis planning.
Yes.
I'm fortunate enough to be in a national group of elder law attorneys, and that gives me a lot of resources. It's not just me on the mic right now. I've got 1,000 attorneys behind me that that I can ask questions of and go back and forth with every day.
And you
Okay.
can refer Aunt Hilda, who lives in Chicago, who you can't take care of, to an attorney who can take care of her and do the right things for her. As in attorneys refer to us, people in North Carolina.
Yeah. So it does give me deep resources to answer questions. So we want to be, extremely serious. And, you were referring to take advantage of or something like that. I think you simply want to make sure that you're speaking with someone who knows what they're talking about
Absolutely.
and who has those resources. And
The
someone
credibility.
someone who's a serious individual, okay, and is devoted to whatever, whether it be financial planning or insurance or legal services or medical services. You want somebody who really knows what they're doing, I think, and has those resources.
You work closely with financial planners
We do.
and insurance
Sure.
for long-term care,
Yes, we do.
and coordinate things like that to help set up a program where people protect their assets. And there are certain things that I always say, if you are faced with a long-term care situation, you need to call Greg as soon as possible, because there are things that people don't know. You're limited in how much time you have to with your Medicare, how long it will pay, and how long your supplement will pay. That's a total.
Before you have to start paying out of pocket.
Right, that's a total of 100 days that will be covered, and then after that, it's
We see-
extremely expensive.
We see the crying wife on a regular basis, or husband, right? Who might not be crying, but might be, his pocketbook might be, or his wallet might be crying, because he spent down, a couple $100,000 over the last couple of years, and they both saved for retirement, their entire retirement, and it's being spent down on one of them simply for the health care.
Yeah.
And then the other may have 20, 30 good, healthy years to live. And what are they supposed to do? Well, we can help in that situation to get in and evaluate whether a VA benefit might be able to cover this private pay, or whether, some asset protection might be in order to protect the wife in that situation, the crying wife,
The
or the
widow
healthy
or
wife.
the widower.
Or not widow, because we have a spouse who's in a nursing home in this situation, okay? But
In that situation, I was just saying that once there's one person, you can lose the house and everything.
once there's one person, if
Once
you
there's a
need
widow or a
if you
widower.
need care and Medicaid has to come in, I
Uh-huh.
agree, that's where Medicaid liens attach if things go through probate. That's
And
very
we're
true.
living longer.
Sure.
We don't necessarily live healthy longer. Sometimes we do, but that's going to cause the seniors are the greatest, or the population that is increasing greater than any other percentage of the population. And so there are going to be more people who need to know what you know.
That's, yes, and so if you are in that situation where you're spending down monies over time, then if you're in that situation where you're spending down monies over time, then I can help get in and stop the bleeding, if you will, of assets and cash, and activate a health care benefit to come in and pay for the spouse that needs care.
Yeah.
We call that Medicaid crisis planning, and we do that on a regular basis, or crisis planning. Sometimes you might want to activate a VA benefit there as well. But, there just is help out there. And sometimes, people do what I call a hang your head spin down and go just give away basically everything they've ever owned to
Yeah.
activate a health care benefit. And it's not right, and I don't like it. So I have some experience with that in my family. I write about that in my book, Saving the Farm, and just feel very passionate and passionately about helping seniors protect their assets and legacies. So
Yeah.
that's what we do, and that's all we do.
There you go. As we're coming up to wrapping up the show, let's
Sure.
run down some websites and contact information for the folks if they need to get a hold of Greg McIntyre.
Sure, absolutely. So, you can contact us online at mcelderlaw.com. That's M as in Mike, C as in Charlie, like the first two letters of McIntyre. Elderlaw.com. There's a ton of information. I write a ton, I blog a lot about any subject. If you Google most subjects, you know, on elder law or estate planning in North Carolina, I guarantee you we'd come up.
You do, and we have had people as far as California get your name by doing that very thing.
We have, and call and try to refer local clients that they have
Or their
here.
grandmothers here.
Sure,
their
sure,
Mother.
sure. That's a great way that we put out information to educate people about what we do and what they need to be aware of. We do tons of videos, like this radio show here today is on a tab on the website called Elder Law TV. And you can also contact us in the Asheville, Hendersonville area or Greenville, Spartanburg area through our phone number 828-398-0181. Again, the disclaimer I have to put out is I'm located in Shelby, North Carolina at 123 West Marion Street in Shelby, okay? But we do take appointments by appointment only, both in home or at our Biltmore Park meeting space by appointment only, okay? So we'd love to be able to help people in the community here. We want to plug in and get more and more involved in the Hendersonville, Asheville area. And I love coming up the mountain. It didn't take it long at all to get here.
No, and any excuse is good enough for me. I've been to festivals here, and
Nice.
I looked them up on the internet the other day. This place is alive.
Oh, yeah.
Everything's going on all over the
Yeah,
place. So,
the brewery and winery situation has brought a lot more
Right.
festival vibe into the area, and it's good. It's
Sure.
absolutely great.
well, I'll say this also. Greg's hours are 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Sunday. We do make house calls.
Give me some time to go to church and hang out a little bit with the family. Outside of that, I see clients and do work. And I enjoy what I do.
And he has
so.
kids that were raised at the office. Back in
Yeah.
the back room with mom, working on things. And
All
with
six
their little
of,
computers.
All 6 of them.
Yeah,
All
6
6 of
kids.
You have 6 kids?
Uh-huh.
I have 6 kids. Yeah, all with the same baby mama.
There you go, man.
There you go.
You
Is there a
can't beat
picture of
that.
recent
And she
picture
still
of the
looks like
picture?
a supermodel.
She
I'm not
really
gonna-
I'll make sure I send that to her.
Yeah.
I'll send that by.
Yeah, send on my send on my. Okay.
Well, from WTZQ, we're glad to have you guys on the air now.
Thank you. I appreciate that. We'll come to you every week.
I like
WTZQ.
putting faces to names. It's nice to meet you.
Marion, nice to meet you guys. Excellent. Cool. It was a little over, but I'm going to shave some of this
Yeah.
down.
You
Yeah.
can put it down.
Take some of the uhs out.
Oh, yeah. You guys aren't bad about that,
Well,
So-
I was a little nervous today.
though. No, it
Yeah,
sounded
what's
great.
up? What's up?
I don't know.
Huh?
I didn't have my little thing in front of me.
You didn't
My
have your
little
guide?
Program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. Just make sure we print it out next time and bring it.
Yeah.
I'll do a check. Let's get
The
a
main
checklist.
print. I don't think in alternates. I think this is the way I always do things.
Mhm.
Printer didn't work, so I just put it on the cell phone.
There you go.
We have 5 other printers at the office I could have used. But
Um,
I always tend to get in a hurry also.
Before you guys go,
Sure.
I guess Mark's coming back here in a second.
Okay.
And he's going to do that. Could we do another promo for you guys?
Sure.
Since we changed the time.
Yeah.
Just 1:30 p.m. on Sundays.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
We've got somebody coming at noon to do the veteran show.
Let me